Alright. I think it's been a while since last time I yapped for a Pokemon stream. But I think like some occasions, some special occasions, are a little bit more interesting with commentary from my side. And I think that the Sterling Silver Elite 4 falls into this category, so welcome. This is Sterling Silver, difficulty ROM hack based on Soul Silver. And this is like the last gauntlet, the typically 4 gauntlet, which you have to like overcome in order to like beat the game. Technically there's like an Elite 4 1-2, however most people, or like the vast majority, don't play up until this point. So the meta is that like if you beat the Elite 4 round 1, you beat Sterling Silver in quotation marks. So I think I will follow that because I have I looked a little bit into like Elite 4 round 2, and these are like only double battles, and I'm not the biggest fan of these, to put it lightly. So here we are. But why the hell am I talking about Elite 4 round 2 when Elite 4 round 1 is there? And this Elite 4 and this prep was rather difficult and kinda complex because of some matchups how I have to like play. You will see later what I mean. What makes this E4 kinda hard is the fact that it only does have the enemy trainers. They just have like good teams and like good mons in general. They have sometimes also like additional field effects, which mainly benefits them. So, for example, permanent sunlight or permanent sandstorm, which makes it rather difficult to navigate some fights. I came up with a plan. I think this is like a pretty damn good win rate. It's not wishless. I don't think there ever exists a Sterling Silver which is wishless. Or at least my box couldn't provide this kind of team, I think. However, I tried my best, obviously, in doing the necessary risk minimizations. I don't think me yapping too much is too interesting, so let me show you also like some footage, obviously, of this Elite 4. And not only my commentary, because obviously it's kinda lame if I only yap here and don't do anything in the stream. So, this is my team. I don't think there's like a particular new mon here. I think this composition is new, but like it's like kind of, you know, the probability is rather high to have this a unique team. And yeah, I think yapping session for now at least is over. Let's just go straight up into a fight. This is Psychic Will, and he is immediately the first trainer with like a beneficial weather effect, beneficial in quotation marks, because not only does he have very threatening psychic types like Porygon Z or Espeon as a lead with Focus Sash, it also has permanent sunlight. Psychic types love to have fire type coverage in order to not get stalled out by steel types. This Espeon is kind of fast, so I have to like use like a fast chip mon, which Electrode is here for. And you will see doing this with Electrode quite a lot. Electrode barely didn't bait Aura Sphere, so it's always Heat Wave. Flygon is pre-slapped, so I avoid the burn status. And if Espeon would have crit me, Citrus Berry would have healed me back, so the line is intact, and the line is that Espeon fires a Psychic into my switch-in, which is Electrode again. Electrode, obviously it's a ROM hack, it's electric and it's steel, and of course it's ridiculously buffed. So 2 U-turns always kills Espeon, and I get a free positioning here, which I will use to bring Sunflora out. I think you can kind of guess why Sunflora is here. Sunflora has the Chlorophyll ability, I think also in Vanilla, so obviously I have like the speed advantage here. However, Sunflora is also changed in a way where it gets significantly more base stats and also the fire typing with appropriate moves. So as you can see, this Executor also has Chlorophyll, would have been a gigantic threat with Ancient Power, Leaf Storms, Egg Bombs, and Psychics. However, I have a faster Chlorophyll Mon, and Heatwave just kills. Not only is this like the impressive kill, I think this is kind of expected from faster Fire type and stuff. The more amazing fact is the next two kills I get with Sunflower. This Porygon Z is fast, has adaptability, has Life Orb, and just dies to Blast Burn. Blast Burn has changed, it has 150 base power still, it's not a move where I have to like pause the second turn. As you can see, I took a little recoil damage, 1/3 to be precise, because it was changed in Sterling Silver to be that way. So not only do I get the kill on Porygon Z here, I also get the kill on Electivire here with the Blast Burn. However, the Sunflower Sweep ends here now, because I technically outspeed the next mon, which is a Dark Steel Absol. It has Sucker Punch, and Sucker Punch can kill me here. So obviously can't risk that, and I go into my Battle Armor Donphan. I think Battle Armor Donphan has to be one of the most broken mons in E4. I say this without any, with not too much meta knowledge of like the Sterling Silver E4. However, based on the matchups I'm going to use Donphan, it looks rather ridiculous. So I'm glad that I can use it here, obviously. As you can see here, Donphan has the Battle Armor, so I'm immune to crits. And it gets naturally the moves Charm and Rest. And if you can count 2 and 2 together, I think it's rather obvious what I'm going to do here. I will attempt to PP Saw this Absol, and I will be successful in that, because this is a business matchup. This Absol is kind of weird. Weird in the sense that if I don't have Donphan, it would be kind of difficult to deal with, because it has Zen Headbutt, Sucker Punch, which can be clicked randomly, Cross Chop, and Mega Horn. And Cross Chop is, I think, like also like a move which it can click here, just because it has like a higher crit chance. And you can't 100% predict, I think, what move it's going to use, except for like I don't think it can use Zen Headbutt here in this scenario. So it's kind of weird. As you can see, I also have, for example, the move Captivate here. Captivate is a move where opposing gender mons will harshly lose its special attack. It doesn't really matter. This button should basically be I skip a turn, because that's exactly what I want to do. The drops are absolutely inconsequential. Absol doesn't have any special moves. I just want to stall. I want to stall because obviously I already won this matchup. Donphan is a ground type. Absol in this game is Dark Steel. This Earthquake, I don't know if it kills. I think it could. Probably it does. So I could kill this Absol whenever I want. The reason why I don't get the kill here is because not Absol is the problem. The mon in the back is the problem. The mon in the back is Typhlosion, which has buffed stats. For example, also like buffed speed. And it has Flash Fire as well as a Pasho Berry. And these are kinda tricky to navigate with, just because the sheer damage output from the fast Fire Ground type, which Typhlosion is in this game, it's kinda hard to switch into. And they are like, I'm pretty sure there's like, I think the common counter for the Typhlosion on Will is a GMO Flash Fire Typhlosion from the player side. Because you can get the kill there. I don't have that. I started the game with Calm Overgrow Chikorita, because I didn't look up at meta strats at my first attempt, to be honest. I just picked whatever I wanted to. And I think Typhlosion is also like a huge member in this before. It trivializes Will a lot, in a way where it's a better Sunflower, and it can be used, I think, in more matchups. But yeah, as you can hear out of this description from the player side, it seems that like Typhlosion is a pretty damn good mod. So I have to like prepare for the Typhlosion in a way where I can get damage on Typhlosion, or I can avoid damage on my mons when Typhlosion comes out, and you will see how I'll do that. However, I also have like a second goal here in mind, which I can do right now. I just want to split XP. Not because Snowball learns an amazing new move at level 70, just because of the stat increase. It's gonna be relevant for like literally the next fight. As you can see, this Absol is kind of in the process of like losing PP on like almost every other move. I didn't count, to be honest, just because it doesn't really matter. For the Terror Lockers out here, as you can see, Absol spams then Headbutt here. So what would happen if it flinches me 15 times in a row? And the answer is that even if Absol flinches me 15 times in a row because of the abysmal damage it deals, I don't really care. That's like the short answer to it. So I can just try to like attempt to heal here, it's fine. I think then Headbutt is it's like a sign that it doesn't have any other moves. I'm not sure if like it has Sucker Punches left. We will see. One main thing to consider if you want to do this type of like strats is the HP of the Absol. What I mean with that is that I will attempt to plan this fight in a way where Absol kills itself, struggle. If you want to do this kind of precise timings, you really want to know how much damage struggle deals. And I say that lightly because I think it's commonly known that like struggle deals 25% damage based off the current user's max HP. However, the main part is that Absol has 184 HP, and this is divisible by 4. If it's not divisible by 4, then struggle would deal 25% and then round it down in Gen 4. So it would need 5 struggles to kill itself, because on the last struggle, or like the 4th struggle, the mon would live on like 1 to 3 HP or something like that. So you just, you know, just like some small niche meta knowledge, which is relevant because I need to like time something here in a rather precise order here. I'm pretty sure Absol doesn't have like much Zen Headbutts left. I'm pretty sure it says like 5 or less. So it should start struggling really soon. Also, what's significant here as Absol starts to struggle is that level 70 is a significant level up. Significant in a way where you get more, basically you get more stats in comparison to if you would increase your level from 68 to 69. There are like some thresholds, and level 70 is one of them. So because I use a Battle Armor Dawn Fan as well as a Battle Armor Snowball, every defense point counts. Absol will kill itself in 2 turns, so it's time to go into my Dusknoir, which holds the Life Orb, which is the counter for Typhlosion. It doesn't have like a particularly great type matchup, however what I can do here is use a 2-turn based move. Dusknoir is slow and buffed Ghost Fighting type in this game, and Shadow Force is 120 base power. But it also has like the charging turn on turn 1. So as Absol kills itself here, you will see that I'm not idle. My Dusknoir uses this return to go into, or like to vanish. And Typhlosion will get sent out. Typhlosion is obviously faster here, it has 111 base speed in this game. However, because I'm semi-invulnerable right now, I can deal 3 damage. This is the only way how I can beat the Typhlosion, or like one of the ways. The main way. I could have also like used my Flygon there and like manipulate it in some way, but that was like fiction. However, a Life Orb boosted Shadow Force into Sucker Punch always kills, the Typhlosion never touched me. 2 crits on Absol while struggling wouldn't have changed anything. It was always a safe matchup, and this was always Wistless. This trend will end immediately. Because the next fights are not going to be Wistless, unfortunately. What I have to do after every single E4 member is that I have to not only heal the status and HP, I also have to restore the power points, especially on like my tech if runs on Slowbro and Dawnfang. If I don't do that, depending on which fight it is, I'm pretty sure I lose immediately. So I have to like really pay attention to that. Alright. So we use some max elixirs here. Alright. For this fight, I'm also going to need a Volt Switch instead of U-turn on my Electrode. So I teach this immediately. Wolf Switch is an optional TM. You have to fight Sinnoh champion Cynthia. However, I think almost every champion, like every E4 runner does this fight. But you have to like get this E4, get this TM, and you have to beat Cynthia beforehand. It's not like a particularly difficult fight, especially if you can like sack. But just like as a small notice here. So now the last thing I have to do is like give the right items to like every member. I can already tell that like Koga is not riskless. There are some fiction scenarios. Especially when I give Slowbo the wrong item here. Because Slowbo doesn't want lefties, it wants a citrus berry. And surprisingly, the lefties go to my electrode here. Alright, and surprisingly, I wanna give a bright powder to my Flygon. For like worst case scenarios, without spoiling anything. I give a Lumberry to Donphan. And a Lumberry on Dusknoir. Alright, and the last thing I want to do is check everything. Right, and I switch Sunflower back here. Alright, Koga is weird. I think most people consider Koga to be the easiest D4 member. From my team, it's not. Will was the easiest, because I heavily optimized on it by bringing in a Chlorophall Fire type. I don't have... I think like a common E4 member is Crobat, which solves a lot. Like past U-turns and stuff. I never got a Crobat in my run, which was noticeable in a lot of like boss fights before the E4. So Koga is weird. There are risks on the second mon. The second mon can introduce risks, to put it like that. Alright, let's go. Koga has, as a ninja should have, a lot of like very fast mons. Faster than my Electrode. Also because Electrode is minus speed, this doesn't really help. And he also has a lot of like weird mons. This Gastrodon is what I mean with weird mon. It has Octazooka, it has Self-Rock, and it has a Window Berry. It's kinda hard to kill it in one hit. So I'm glad that Sunflower gets additional value, because Miracle Seed boosted Leaf Storms always kills this Gastrodon. I don't have to deal with Self-Rocks, I just get a clean turn 1 kill. What's not going to be as clean is the next member of Koga, it's Crobat. Crobat has insane coverage, it has Giga Drain, Heat Wave, Wave Break, Cross Poison. It's his kill with Brave Board and Cross Poison right now. The weird thing is this Electrode is slower. If it's faster, I would have got like an easy chain kill or like a switch into kill. I don't have that. There are multiple paths which can happen on this Crobat. I never lose the Crobat matchup, but it can lead to me in the end having to dodge crits. So, because my Electrode is slower, I want to go into Slowbro, not because Slowbro is going to be the killer of this Crobat, but because it can set up Trick Room here. I really would prefer if I don't get poison here. I don't get it, which is like really fine. I now have I have now a choice here to like try to like heal my Slowbro back up. Let me have a look. Giga Drain deals technically a little bit more damage. I can try to like get like one stack off here. Because Giga Drain deals 33 to 51% HP. Slowbro HP doesn't really matter. But you never know, you know. Chipless activates and also I get Slack of Healing. So Slowbro is very safe. I never die next turn. I can set up Trick Room right now. Giga Drains again. And it's 102 HP and this is perfect. The Brave Board threshold is 97 HP. Giga Drain is the only killing move here, which is great. I can go into like Electrode right now. It's important that Crobat cannot click Brave Bird here, because I also not only lost like the nature roll on Electrode, I also lost the ability roll. It's static. I just set up Trick Room. If Static would have procced on this Crobat while I'm in Trick Room, Crobat would be faster. And Heatwave crit always kills my Electro. There was some contingency plan. I could use my Lumberry for Donphan, stall 2 turns in my own Trick Room, get back with Electrode and get the kill. However, at this point, it was not a Crobat matchup which got worse, it was this matchup, Ninjas. Ninjas is ridiculously fast and buffed. It has 125 base attack, 160 speed. It's a bug fighting type and it has Swords and Double Team as well as a Focus Sash. I really want to get rid of this Ninjas immediately, especially without triggering Switch here. So I won't switch here, because my Electrode is slower, I get it out first. And this is always a CC, because the CC is a kill right now. So I can go into my Dusk Noir here. And Trick Room's last turn is right up, so I can Shadow Punch here for the safe kill. Which brings in the next mon, Shadow Tag Bennett. Again, another weird mon. Dusk Noir can lose this 1v1. Shadow Force does up to like 150% on crit. I'm always dead to crit. And it can use Shadow Force or Will-O-Wisp here. So I have to go into a mon which can deal with this Bennett, and this is realistically only my Donphan. I can teleport here out of the Shadow Tag. It deals 1 damage in this turn silver. And I can go bring in my Donphan here, which is like my premier counter to like every physical threat from the C4. And I can start charming it down. It's tied for like Shadow Force or Double Edge. It doesn't really matter because I already got it at like -4, so just a comparison, Shadow Force or Double Edge deals 33 damage max. And I still have my Lumberry intact. So I can get like the last charm off here, and then I can heal up. I have to heal here. 2 Double Edges would kill me here. And Lumberry immediately wakes me up. And 2 Earthquakes always kills this Bennett. This was a safe matchup. However, which I think is rather unique, is that the next one is going to be Fortress. Fortress is the 5th mon I bait here, not the last mon. Fortress does have Boom. Normally you always, under any circumstances, try to like bait booming mons last. I don't think my team structure had like any chance of like doing that. So what's the plan? Fortress doesn't see a kill here. It can click Energy Ball for highest damage, or it can click Explosion. Both are fine, because Dusknoir is extremely bulky, and Explosion obviously doesn't matter. And it Energy Balls here. Special Defense Drop is whatever. So now, Fortress can either Volt Switch or Flash Cannon. Both of these moves can be tanked by Electrode. It cannot Boom here. There are still a flag in Gen 4 AI as far as I know. The Explosion is still checked on typing matchups. Because I'm a Ghost type, now it can never click Explosion. So I can go into my Electrode here. In Flash Cannons. Alright. I get lefties here. Lefties is important because of potential baitings for the last one. I would have preferred if it Volt switched here. So now what's the situation? Energy Ball deals most damage. With like 14% on Electro. Explosion always kills. Explosion is never calced on damage. It just can't click it randomly except for like typing disadvantages. Fortress also has Volt Switch. It can't click Volt Switch here because of this Scoring. Because it's a typing-wise ineffective move. So I can start shipping it down with Volt Switch. And I can go back into my Dusknoir. So now it can Boom or it can Energy Ball. Energy Ball again. And we have the same situation here. It can Volt Switch or it can Flash Cannon here. I can go into my Electrode again, because I can never click Boom here. It wall switches now, which is great because now the boom threat is neutralized. And it didn't crit me, which is great baiting wise, because the 5th one is now in a fortress, it's Drapion. And to put in the full picture, this Drapion is Battle Armor Life Orb, and it sees a kill with Earthquake. However, Night Daze and Aqua Tail deals also a lot of damage. If Electrode would have fallen here too low, HP wise, I could have baited Night Daze here. And this was the fiction risk why I could Wild Powder on my Flygon, just in case I had to like switch it into like a random move where Night Daze could have been clicked, because Flygon survives every crit moves except for Night Daze. This is guaranteed Earthquake though. So I can go into my Flygon here and get the kill with Earth Power. And Fortress is baited last. Flash Cannon does on crit around 75% damage. I always do it go even if it would be at like 100% HP. So I can just kill it here. It was kind of a dance around the boom, but it worked. Again, the fiction would have started with Electrode statting the Koga. Alright. Same thing again. Always think about healing and restoring power points, especially on the next fight. I would wipe, I think, immediately if I don't do that. The next fight is going to be Bruno. I think it is commonly agreed on that Bruno is the hardest deformed member in CERN server. It has permanent sandstorm, and it doesn't really have like, for example, sand rush users or something like that. However, Bruno has insane amounts of like offensive pressure. Iron Fist, Life Orb, Infinite, Flygon with buffed stats, Aggron and Gallade. To top it all off, potentially Yawning Swampert with a Window Berry, and a Quick Claw, No Guard, Dynamic Punch, Machamp. So you can see why it's so hard to like switch into these kind of like offensive monsters. This will also not be riskless. In fact, this is kind of dynamic. I have to adjust on how much damage I deal with certain moves. I have two main lines here. I think one is riskless and the other one has a little bit of risk at the very end. I hope that like I don't have to like show the second line, to put it up bluntly. Alright, let's teach some moves. I will use Psychic on my Slowbro. And for this fight only, I can get rid of Trick Room. It's a TM in this game after winning against Sinnoh champion Cynthia. For absolutely fiction scenarios, I can teach Safeguard. If I click Safeguard at any time, you'll know that I'm potentially in trouble. Alright, and now I want to adjust the items. I want to give a magnet towards Electrode. Oh no, there's like a small risk even in line 1, but this is like very low percentage wise. I just realized. Alright, let's give Slowbro Leftovers. Let's give a Lumberry to Donphan. A Lumberry to Sunflower. If I ever use Sunflower, it's going to be line 2. A Citrus Berry on my Dusknoir. And also, if I have to like steer, I can Peach Drain Punch already. I won't need... I think I won't need Shadow Punch anymore. I know that like some E4 teams are designed in a way where they second Bruno. My team can't afford to do that. My Bruno is, I think, relatively safe. I can still fuck up here, obviously. Let's check. if I have everything equipped, which I needed. Okay. Bruno. Very, very high damage dealt from this team. Hard to switch in. Awkward to deal mons. I can wipe here. I think I have a pretty good shot of like going out of this deathless though. Alright, let's do it. Permanent Sandstorm will be in this fight. But not every mon on like Bruno's side takes advantage of it. For example, you will see the lead. The lead is the Iron Fist Life of Infinite. It doesn't have like any synergies with like Sandstorm. This Infinite, by the way, was kind of an ass to plan against because it does hit a certain speed threshold, and it's not that easy to kill. I had like 2 mons which can fast kill it. Electrode is one of them. So also like one of the main reasons why I bought Electrode here. This will bait on Swampert. Swampert is where steering starts immediately. Not necessarily bad steering, but I have to be careful. What I want to do here now is Swampert right now sees a kill with Hydro Cannon or Earthquake. Hydro Cannon is a recoil-based move in this game. I will use U-turn to start chipping it out. I don't crit here. I can go into my slow-mo here. I would prefer Hydro Cannon here. It's Earthquake. This is one Earthquake. Alright. I've equipped the lefties in slow-mo to counteract the Sandstorm chip. What is my goal here? My goal here is that I get slapped by Yawn from the Swampert. I wanna get slapped on this Swampert. Because of like baitings and pivoting later, you'll see. Ideally, it has like 2 options with what Swampert can do here right now. It can Earthquake or it can Yawn here. Earthquake is fine. I heal more than it deals damage, as you've seen earlier. Yawn miss would be ideal. If it sleeps me here immediately, it's fine. Okay, this is Earthquake number 2. Just to be transparent here, I'm counting the power point on Swampert's Earthquake. I'm not intending to PP stall it. In fact, I really don't want to PP stall it. Alright, I slack off here again. Yawn miss, okay. This is kinda good because I get full HP. But now, ideally, Swampert puts me to sleep immediately here. I just use slack off here again. Yawn miss again. It's fine. This will, I also should also count the yawns, I just realized. I slack off here again, just in case the Earthquakes me here. Yawn and it hits. Perfect. Perfect. Max HP slowbow, sleeping. That's great. This is great because now Swampert is forced to use Earthquake. It can't use any other move here. So I can go into my Flygon here. This is the 4th Earthquake. I have Life Orb equipped. I can use U-turn here once. And on this turn it will always use Ice Punch. So Slowbo is really good to like switching it in here, because I'm status immune in quotation mark, because I'm sleeping, and it also doesn't deal a lot of damage. So now let me double check something. Alright, this is perfect. Swampert is now at around like 51 to 53% HP. Swampert again is forced to click Earthquake here. You see, if I accidentally PP stalled Swampert here with Earthquakes, I can't bring in Flygon here. You see where there was risk. And I can bring Flygon here out here again. And just guaranteed Earthquake. There was also technically a risk where I min-rolled every single damaging move I used. U-turn from my Flygon, U-turn and the Electrode, and the Headlong Rush. There was like 1 times 1 divided by 16 by the power of 16 times 16 times 16. So 1 in 4096 to like not get the range and wipe. I can see visually that I will deal more than like 58% damage here. So I Headlong Rush here and always get the kill on Swampert. The backup plan would have involved going into Sunflower into a guaranteed Ice Punch. It would change the baiting, where Wisp would be introduced later. This is great because like my main goal was that Flygon is out when I kill Swampert, because Bruno sends out their Flygon. However, because of the level advantage, I get the kill with Dragon Pulse. This is a cleaner baiting lineup in the long run. That's why I wanted to do that. Another risk would have been if I critted with U-turn earlier and I put Swampert into Torrent range. If this happened, I would have immediately deviated to line 2 and go into like Sunflower and would have played the line from there. This is Aggron. Focus Sash Aggron. I don't want to deal any damage here. I will use Struggle Tactics again, and I want them to be as precise as possible. So I can go again into like my premier physical threat counter, which is Dawn Fan. And I can start charming it down. Let me count. Dragon Rush 1, Super Power 1. It is -2 already. You'll see that I want to lead into a situation where Aggron is unable to kill me ever. I think this was Head Smash, I didn't really pay attention, but it's fine. And I want to PP stall this one. Right now, to put it in perspective, Super Power, which is most damage, deals 25 damage max. And now Aggron is at -6. 17 damage is Super Power max damage, so if I am above 35 HP, I can always stall with Captivate. Or like another charm. Right, I can Captivate again. And now I have to click rest. Head Smash. Head Smash is never calced, so it's kind of dangerous to swap into an Aggron, except you have like a very, very good physical wall, like in Bonfire. And Lumberry immediately heals me. Okay, I never want to deal damage, I just want to Captivate and charm it down. So Dragon Rush again. Head Smash again, very good. Dragon Rush. Okay, this will take some time. Let's smash again. I think it has like 1 more left. That was the last head smash. Very good. Alright, now I can heal. And now, Aggron is -6. I want to use Slowbro afterwards. So I have to wake up. Head Smash was the most damage, that's why I was specifically counting for that. I go back into my sleeping Slowbro and I try to wake up while Aggron tries to deal damage to me. Emphasis on trying. I have time to like heal. Or like to wake up. I don't want to use too much Slack Off though. Slack Off PP is also a resource I need for the very last mon on this fight. Alright, just wake up. Just wake up whenever you feel. Okay, awesome. Goal accomplished. Max HP Slowbro. This is exactly what I wanted. We can go back into Donphan. and try to wake up the front hand. Alright. I think it didn't really start spamming EQ, so it still has like kind of a lot of PP. I want to be a little bit conservative with recipe, please. It shouldn't matter too much. It starts earthquaking, so the other moves should be out of PP. Or like maybe Dragon Rush has like some PP, but like it's a sign that like it doesn't have at the very least superpower anymore. Alright, then let's really methodically click the right moves here. It should start struggling soon. 194 HP is the aggro. Not divisible by 4. It needs 5 struggles to kill itself. Start struggling soon. Earthquake does 14 damage max, so that's fine. With lots of wiggle room. Alright. I think it can only have like maximum 3 EQs left. HP max. It will start struggling soon. Struggle damage is 8. Minus 6 aggro. Struggle 1. Okay. Struggle 1. Okay. I will. Let me think. Struggle 2. I chip. Struggle 3. I heal. With rest. Struggle 4, I get hit and sleep. Struggle 5, it kills itself and I sleep. And then on the next turn I wake up, which I want to do. So I will need to click Captivate one more time. Alright, let's rest now. Alright, I go back up to full HP. Click whatever. Struggle should not kill Agron. It lives on 2 HP. Struggle kills Agron now. I bait Galate next. And the reason why I want to have as much HP as possible is because this was not the first PP stall. Or like stall. It's not a PP stall technically. This is Galate with Leaf Bait as his most damage. I will wake up here and I want to charm it immediately down again. Leaf Blade deals up to 110 HP. I woke up, I charm. Perfect timing. Alright, now Leaf Blade deals at maximum 56. This was one turn of chip. I can afford 56 plus 38, is it, on -4, it deals 94 damage in total, I'm 103. I can charm again and then I can rest. Leaf Blade number 2. Galate is at -4 now, I have to heal here. I have to be way more precise here because on the first matchup I had Lumberry. I don't have this one, so I have to be cautious because now Donphet will sleep for like 2 turns. Alright, let's lick something. I sleep. I take maximum 38 damage here. Sandstorm rages again. I can charm one more time to minimize its damage output. -6, perfect. Maximum damage from Leaf Blade is 30. I think this was the 5th ship of Sandstorm. It doesn't really matter right now. I can rest here again. I never click Earthquake here, by the way. If I click Earthquake, I'll miss it. And I'm not going to close it. Alright. We can do this dance a little bit. Donphan will not be the mon which will be sent out when Gallade dies. This should be the 7th or 8th Sandstorm ship. Again, it doesn't really matter. Because I can see like how much HP Gallade has. And as you can see, that's why I called Donphan a little bit broken in this recall. Because I can stall out 2 mons with 1 moveset without using a Leper Berry, and can position myself for the last one, which you will see soonish. I can rest here. And I heal up. Alright, Donphan has done his job perfectly. So I don't care if it sleeps at the end. Maybe I should care technically. I don't know if I needed it at the very last. Alright. Gallade takes ship again. I think it's 3 Sandstorm ships and then it dies. It's not game over if I mistime it here. I should have counted the Sandstorm ship here. I switch into Slowbro now. Same situation. Gallade can't touch my Slowbro. Leaf Blade. Okay, I don't think I fucked up, but just in case, I future set now and then I spam Slack off. If I miscounted it, it's not the end of the world, I think. It's out of Leaf Blades already, it's really, really good. It minimizes the damage even more. And I just click Slack off until it dies. Oh, it can die on Superpower Recoil. If it dies here on Sandstorm, it would be great. Gallade is down. Alright. This is the last mon. Quick Claw, Machamp. Highest damage, Shadow Punch deals 53%. I can try to stall it as long as I can with Slack Offs and then finish it off with Psychic. Psychic and Future Sight Maps a little bit in this regard. Quick Claw obviously doesn't matter, because Slowbro is naturally slower than Machamp. And Machamp will get chip damage constantly because of the Sandstorm. Okay, Future Sight, by the way, is a typeless move in this game, that's why it was neutral damage. In case you're wondering here, it was a Gen 4 Curb. And I mean, I'm very, very far away from like dying. Psychic deals 64%. I just spam like Slack off 2 or 3 more times until I see Machamp in the red. Just be extra careful. And then Machamp dies on the turn where I don't heal. I'm pretty sure Psychic kills already, but like just to be really, really safe. Also it low rolls quite a lot here. Shadow Punch can deal more than 50% damage. Alright. And this is game over. As you can see, also slack of PP was relevant. So this Swampert matchup really defined on how I had to like play the whole Bruno fight. Unfortunately, we got like a very good outcome of what could have happened. A worst case scenario could have been like switching one of my mons into like random movement champ. Right, I'm really glad that this worked. I know that like many people don't like PP or like PowerPoint stalls in general. I kinda like them because they give alternative win conditions instead of like a quotation mark just dumbly search for like the fast Oracle moves every time. I kinda like that. I had a note which said that I shouldn't full heal my slow bro, by the way. Well, that's bad. This was not according to plan. I don't think it will matter. I hope it won't matter. This is now where I can get fucked by Gen 4 Switch, Gen 4 AI. I hope it doesn't matter. I won't spoil what I did here. I wanted to bait a kill very early on slow bro, but now I obviously don't. It's fine. Let's give some items. Shell Ball on Electrode. Let's give a Citrus for Slowbro. A Soft Sand for Flygon. I think Duskmore already has a Citrus, but just in case. Lam Dawnfan, good old faithful. And leftovers on Sunflower. I think technically the next fight is also not riskless. To put it out here immediately. Alright, there are like some niche scenarios where some TMs like Roost are beneficial for my Flygon. I don't think I will click it, but just in case. I will need... I won't need Earth. Hold on, I want to double check something. Is Earth Power the TM in this game? I feel a little bit weird that I should do that according to my notes. I don't think I'm going to use Earth Power though ever. I don't. Okay, now then it's fine. I can teach Roost. I mean, I also never click Dragon Pulse, now that I realize. So I can get a bit of Dragon Pulse here. Yeah, okay. And let's get a skill swap on Slowbro. I won't need Safeguard. Alright, I saw that I have to like heal everyone. I start by doing the elixirs because these are like easier to forget. I already healed like the monster, never mind. Dusko never came out of this fight, and Sunflower. This was a four-man Bruno, which is I think kinda insane. I think so. I'm not too keen on like specifically the meta strats. Alright. I really hope that I don't have to steer here because of my healing mistake on the Slowbro. It's kind of nostalgic if you think about it, and like Nuzlocke history. I don't think it matters. I know that like if I would have had like some pre-damage and slow burn, it was always safe. Now I think it's still safe, but we'll see. I hope I didn't fuck up anything. If I fuck up, we will see very, very quickly. Okay, this is Karen. I intend to survive Karen with like all 6 months of, with like 5 months surviving. However, I can't get rid of like a mon immediately. Like I have to like get value out of the mon I'm going to sack. So it's still going to be like a precise fight. I need Volt Switch. Yeah. I just realized. I think U-turn would have been fine, but like it's overall more useful. Is it more useful? Hold on, I have to like double check something. $70. I see. Yeah, Volt Switch is better. But I will never need Thunderbolt. Just in case something goes horribly wrong with the Ursa Ring, because it's a ground type. I want to get rid of Thunderbolt here right now. Alright. The thing is, like, I'm not sure if on turn 2 I'm playing into a risk right now, which is like kind of rare. Because normally I'm like adapt to like the AI I'm going to play in a game. I want to play Sterling Silver a little bit to chill. And not play something extremely calc heavy like Running or like Lucid was also up there. So I don't have perfect knowledge. I don't think it matters that I full healed here, but we'll see. This is Karen. There's like no additional field effect or something like that. It has like a lot of threatening mons. And also like 1 or like 2 bullshit mons, you'll see. Let me double check. Alright. Let's do this. She loves dark type mons, but she doesn't have too many dark type mons. The lead is a download focus slash Lucario. It gets an attack boost. I want to Volt Switch it here. I can obviously never kill it with a crit. And I always build superpower here. Damage is kinda irrelevant. I go not into my Dust Door, I go into Slow Burn. And I take the superpower. This should always be Volt Switch. Volt Switch is the only move that kills here. If it isn't, and if it's like some other move, my Flygon is dead. Like not dead immediately, but like it will extreme speed the turn after. Then I have to like heavily deviate from my plan. I really hope this is Volt Switch. That's why I wanted to pre-damage it to always ensure that it's Volt Switch kill. Wait, this is also Volt Switch kill. These like... Oh wait, this is like download boosted. Hold on. I have to like change the calc. Okay, this Volt Switch is most damage. It's not a kill here. Let's go into Flygon. I don't have like backup for this. I really hope that this is Volt Switch. It's also super effective on Slower. I think this matters. Thank God. I will ask the Sterling Silver Nuzlocke community later if this matter. Alright, let's chill a little bit. Now, I wanna go for Headlong Rush. I wanna debuff myself here. Because then Tyranitar obviously is a kill with Dragon Rush, which will come up next. Tyranitar, Intimidate with Chopper Berry. I can U-turn out here. And go into Dusknoir. Dragon Rush never can technically kill me with both times crit highest roll. I already dodged that one. I have Drain Punch and a Citrus Berry. I always win this interaction. Very good. This is Dragon Rush again. The only unfortunate thing is that I don't get like huge amounts of healing. Sucker Punch is not enough to kill Tyranitar from this range, unfortunately. Oh, switch AI. Oh, this could happen here. Okay. We are stewing. Sableye early is kind of fine. I don't know what happens like for the rest of like the line. We will have to like play it out. Sableye itself is fine. I have a Donphan, I can charm it down. Whatever. Sableye, by the way, extremely buffed in this game. Like to a not even comparable to like the degree of how Electrode was buffed. Hello, makes sense. Just stack up these charms immediately. And rest. I already lost my Lumberry because of knockoff. Also, it was very likely because of Will-O-Wisp. What I want to do here, I go into Slowbro, heal up, and then get rid of its Magic Guard. Alright, that's fine. I can skill swap immediately. If you Will-O-Wisp me here, it's not fine. No, it's not fine. Because if as soon as I switch out, I won't benefit from it. Alright, I slack off here. Okay, now it gets kind of awkward. Because of Recover AI and stuff, I can't time it perfectly. I think what I do now is immediately go to Donphan, because does Donphan give kind of a clear line? It does. Although it's kind of awkward because I bait one Mon earlier than I want to. Okay, let's think. Do I stay in here with Sableye? I bait the Problemon, and then I have a sack because the line changed. I stay in here with Slowbro. Okay, fine. I'm not intending to like PP stall with Slowbro. The damage is increased every single turn, so Sableye will eventually die because it holds a Toxic Orb and it has Magic Guard. But if you skill swap it away, you'll see what happens. I just realized that Slack Off doesn't even help here. don't want to use any other move though. I just spam Slug off, whatever. Sableye dies. Alright. This is White Powder Vileplume. I don't have a direct counter to it. What I have is immunities, or like 4 types resist. Let me prep my calculations here. It has Spore, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Earth Power and Bright Powder. It's kind of hard to deal with this for my team. Right now, Giga Drain sees a kill on Slowbro. So I go into Sunflora. It's important here, by the way, that Sunflora is 71. Because lefties get maximum value, because on level 71, also obviously because of the increased stats and stuff, but lefties gets like the real 6.25% heal. Again, the divisible stuff, as explained earlier on the struggle on Bruno and on Will. So, this should always be Sludge Bomb. I go into Electro. Sludge Bomb. This should always be Earth Power. I can't ship it with U-turn because of the Bright Powder, obviously. This can be Spore, or it can be Giga Drain. Sunflower is to my best switcher. Giga Drain. You see the small amount of risk here if like Vileplume starts critting me like crazy on Sunflower. This is Sludge Bomb again. This is Earth Power again. Okay. Spore or Giga Drain? Spore, totally fine. It gives me 1 free turn of lefties. I get like... That's just totally fine. Sludge Bomb. Earth Power. Spore Giga Drain again. I want Giga Drain here. Okay, it's fine. Giga Drain here because I get like limited value from lefties right now. Sludge Bomb again. Earth Power again. Spore Giga Drain again. Giga Drain, good. Sludge Bomb again. Earth Power again. Spore or Giga Drain. I have to like play this slowly and like write it down, so apologies for like this being maybe a little bit too slow. This is Sludge Bomb. This is Earth Power. Giga Drain or Spore? Spore. Sludge Bomb. Earth Power. We are at 7 on Sludge Bomb and Earth Powers after this turn. Giga Drain or Spore? Spore, it's fine. Sludge Bomb. Earth Power. Giga Drain or Spore once again. I would really like to see Giga Drain here. This is always Sludge Bomb again. this is always Earth Power. We are at 9 in both respects. Giga Drain or Spore. I have to look up what the Spore PP is, to be honest. Maybe it's only 5. I know that Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb and Earth Power are 10. I will check after I got like the 10th Sludge Bomb and Earth Power, which should come in after this rotation. Earth Power, this should have been the last Sludge Bomb and this last Earth Power. And I can go into my Flower. 6 Giga Drain. Okay, I wanna stop here and double check the power point of these moves in this game. We have Giga Drain. Giga Drain has 10. We have Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb is 10. We have Earth Power. Earth Power is 10. We have Spore, which is 5. It only has Giga Drain left. Okay. I can stay in here. Because it can't really damage me with Giga Drain. Giga Drain heal is not necessary. I try to wake up and get the kill with Heat Wave here. It's Bright Powder, I can miss. There's also like the win condition of it struggling into death. Technically I should write down the 7 Giga Drain. Number 8. Heat Wave rarely kills. Only one roll. Blast Burn, however, has like recoil. I don't see a world where I wanna self-inflict myself with like chip damage. We Heat Wave here. I should wake up, I think next turn. I think this is the last Giga Drain. Is this it? Okay. Whatever, it's fine. Struggling. Successfully PP stalled. That's good. That's totally fine. If I don't... It's fine because like I get a chain kill on like the next month, so I'm fine with like some Flower getting the kill here. I don't have to think about struggle and like positioning myself. Alright. We hit full Wild Plume is down, now Tyranitar, where I accidentally triggered Switcher, I should come out. Okay, obviously always, I'm faster, I always get the kill here. The question is, next is Gyarados in line, what am I going to bait there? I get Giga Drain healing, and Leftovers healing, so it's always Brave Bird, which is perfect. I Giga Drain here, and always get the kill. I was looking at different Karen lines. So I'm kind of prepared for like deviating lines. Obviously, you heard it earlier that I was caught off guard. This was like poor planning from my side. That I didn't see that there was obviously a switching opportunity for like a Tyranitar. Maybe overall it was fine. Okay, now this is always Brave Bird. This is Rakan Berry Gyarados. I can go into like my 4 times resist Electrode. Alright, I can Volt Switch here. Zap Cannon, hold on. No, I think I want to Volt Switch here. I have to think now, because of the... I have to look up what I will potentially bait. Crit, Volt Switch kills, but it's fine. Right? Yeah, that's fine. I always plan to like have initiative regarding that. I Volt Switch here. I bait Aqua Tail here. Shell Bell healing. Oh, does Slobo have enough HP? I didn't double check because I used Slobo earlier. It should be fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is Aqua Tail. Slobo is with 120 HP, level 70. It doesn't see Crunch, it doesn't see Wave Bird, it does see Power Whip. I survive Power Whip crits. Because of the Shell Bell healing, yes, I can go to Electrode again. And then I have to like... Wait, it's like Lucario's left. Lucario's left and Ursaring. No, Lucario isn't left. It switched the Iron Tyranitar. I killed every single one, only Ursaring's left. So I can position myself to whatever has the best matchup for this Ursaring. Maybe I can Deathless this here, hold on. My initial plan was to sack on the Ursaring. Do I have to do this here? Obviously I will kill the Volt Switch here. Can Dusk Noir 1v1 this one? I think I was dead to like some crit rolls. But Drain Punch deals a shit ton. I can try for it. If I don't get the kill with Dusk Noir, I can always sack Sunflower afterwards. This is fine. I can Volt Switch here and bring out Dusk Noir. Let's double check. Dusk Noir is not in crit range of Earthquake, non-burned on Guts Ursaring. So I can go here. Ursaring last one left. Flame Orb isn't active yet. Earthquake does 171 max. I Drain Punch here once, always. And maybe I get to kill a Sucker Punch here. Crunches here. Oh, it guesses abilities, okay. Is this always Crunch or can this be Earthquake again? If this is always Crunch, do we have like an alternative line? Donphan is still quite healthy. I have to double check here. I have a Citrus Berry, I don't have a boosting move. I'm level 70. Sucker Punch. That's 21%, I have to kill. It's in red. Let me double check. I don't have an item, it's the right ability, level 70. I get to kill a Sucker Punch here, I don't have to sack. Whew. That was an obvious mistake, fuck me, okay. I think I did well though. Jesus Christ. I think this is very good setup for like the last fight. I was expecting to only have like 5 months, so it's fine. Let's take a breather. First of all, I don't have anything written where I have like... No, I can full heal everything. Okay, that's good. Just double check it. Right, full restore on Sunflower. We have to equip some very important items. Lumbarium Slowbro. Lumberian Flygon. It won't hurt that I get Life Orb on Dusknoir. I didn't expect Sunflower to lift, this was the one I was going to sack. Sure. If in case I fuck up something else again. Lum again for Donphan. I wanna teach Explosion on at least Electrode. It doesn't really matter what I don't need U-turn. Is there value in teaching Explosion to Dusknoir? Yeah, I'm pretty sure, just in case I overlooked something. I will never teleport. Yeah. I think, I'm not sure if like Slobo right now knows does not Trick Room. I don't think so. Let's double check. Yeah. I won't need Skill Swap anymore. Yeah. Surface Slobo as an attacking move. I don't need Psychic anymore. And I think that's everything. I want to double check one thing. 70. Oh yeah, I always get the kill because of... Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Let's check one more time. I want to restore PP. Alright. I think this is it. I don't think I can do anything else. The last fight is Champion Red, which will have overleveled mons, like around the level 71 range. And it will have a lot of some cheeky mons, some legendaries, some, let's call it ROM hack staples for like final AI bosses. One more check. Alright. Let's do this. Champion Red. It's kinda hard because it has like a lot of like specific mons like Dialga with Stealth Rock and Bold Nature, which significantly improves its bulk. Mewtwo with Life Orb, which outspeeds everything. King's Rock Jolteon with Volt Absorb. Guts Slaking, because why not? It has a lot of like tricky mons to deal with. I think I have like a 100% win here though. So let's do it. Dialga versus Electrode. Electrode always dies to Earth Power. AI should see this. I have a Mirror Code, so Dialga dies. Turn 1. I have equipped the sash. That's good to know. Mirror Coat kills Yaga. No rocks up. I can save the sack on Electrode here. I don't think I'll need it. I will definitely need it. Never mind. This is Moltres. I don't want to Volt Switch it here because I can accidentally kill it and like make the baiting kind of awkward. So I want to go into Slowbro. Which maximum damage for Moltres is Brave Sword 48%. Or 47%, I didn't level up my Slowbro in account. I can spam Slack off here, it also has the Cosmic Power. Let's heal up right and steadily. If he gives me Cosmic Power immediately, that's fine. We Slack off again. Again, I need to do precise timing. The precise timing right now I want to achieve is with Trick Room. That's Slack off. I'm always safe with that. Alright, this should be around like 1/3 HP. I want to Trick Room and then I'm going to fast kill it with Surf. Let me look it up, this is what I want to do, yes. This is Trick Room. Surf always kills. Moltres down. This should bait King's Rock Jolteon. And it should see kill with every move. It can't click Hyper Beam as far as I'm aware of. I can go into my Flygon here because it can't click Hyper Beam here and I always survive every other move. Thunder and Volt Switch gets negated, Signal Beam I have a Lumber before. Thunder, nice. Headlong Rush always fast kills this Jolteon and Trick Room. Jolteon down. Was a pain in the ass in the card because of the King's Rock. One more turn of Trick Room. Mewtwo send out. Flygon. Thanks for stopping by. Headlong Rush. Deal as much damage as possible to this monster. It will die to Psychic or Ice Beam here. Or even Shadow Ball obviously because I'm debuffed. Flygon dead. Bye. Thanks for your service. Mewtwo takes Life Swap chips here. I can go into Duskmoor. And I can Sucker Punch Mewtwo to kill it. Mewtwo down. This is Venusaur. The safest play would be here. Just in case Slacking goes wrong for some reason, I sack my Sunflower here. Frenzy Plant. Venusaur is faster the next turn. Sludge Bomb will always kill. Oh wait, I have a Bite Powder. Maybe not. Maybe I have some content here. Never mind. Thank you, Sunflower. You made wheels so much easier for me. This is Electro's time to shine. We go out with a Boom. Venusaur down. Thank you, Electrode. Very vital mon for my 4 here, even though it has like not the great nature and not the right ability. I was able to work around that. Everything is dead except for slacking. That's a physical threat. We know what's going to happen here. We just charm it down, and we survive everything. I have to rest here immediately. And we should win this 1v1. It will take some time, but let me tell you, other champs have fully PP stalled this. I don't want to fully PP stall this one. -4. And -6. Maximum damage of double edge is, with level 70, 34 damage. We are very far off. Let's start spamming up. Maybe technically this was a mistake, I think. Because I want to rest, heal up to maximum, stack up double edge damage again. Because I have to heal soon. And then lefties gets a little bit too much value, but it's fine. We just rest here. We just rest, we just heal and stall. I know that people call it like the stalling silver, as like a meme nickname for this game. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I kinda like alternative win conditions. I like parasol stuff. I like stuff where I have to like manipulate AI where it doesn't function properly anymore. PP stall is like one of the most common ways. And it's like, for example, in Runnerman it's very rare to like find these angles. I should have EQ'd here, but whatever. Maybe it's going to be a full PP stall, huh? I will let me hit it a little bit further. 68 is the threshold here. I didn't do like the perfect calc for like Donphan versus slacking matchup, but like I always win this. I have to rest here now. I think after double edge it starts CCing and then it starts dropping its defenses. The lefties is a little bit annoying. Alright. Slow and steady. We will soon be out of double edges. The other moves deal significantly less damage, so it's gonna be fine. So let's just full PP stall. Yeah, it's out of double edges. It's fine. We'll start dropping its defenses tremendously. Just one for the boys. Come on, give me more of this CC drops. Again, it's fine. Alright. I wake up. Earthquake now deals 38% damage, 39% on it up. This should be a 3-hit KO if I count correctly. Do I have mind right now? Earthquake never kills here. I just spam Earthquake until slacking falls. Alright. And I think with this last Earthquake mirror, slacking falls. And not only slacking falls, but Sterling Silver also falls. And that's a win, boys and girls. And everything else. And everyone else, of course. Let's go. Woo! I'm happy about the C4. Because I thought like at first glance it looked quite hard up to impossible. I had to like crawl myself into like looking at degenerate PP start strats, and I'm not ashamed of it. I like alternative conditions, as I said. Sterling Silver was a game which I played after Lucid. I wanted to play something which is not as calc heavy as Lucid. I played Run and Bar and also Run and Bar New Game Plus. These are like really time consuming. You don't get that many dopamine rushes because you do like one fight per day if you're also working. So I wanted to have something which like scratches the itch of like being difficult enough, but I don't have to be try hard enough. This was like my goal of Sterling Silver, and for this purpose, Sterling Silver exceeded my expectations. I think it's a great game. Underappreciated game in the Nuzlocke community. The Sterling Silver Discord, I didn't interact them that much, but I only saw like really friendly interactions there. Shout out to all the goats there. Shout out to AG who made this ROM hack even possible. It's a really fun game. I felt like some parts were extremely box checky, especially in the early game. Like I think like I had like a 30% chance to wipe them with needed. But we persevered. I mean, it's early game, it's whatever. You lose 2 hours, you are there again in 2 hours, and more importantly, you have fun while doing that. Not the wiping part, but like playing this game, because this game is honestly much fun. What does it need? Maybe like small optimizations, just from my point of view. This is obviously just my opinion. It's a little bit difficult to like look up appropriate movesets and stuff. There's like an encounter tracker, but it's not accurate from my experiences. And it's always like there's always like the hint of like, hey, it's always the vanilla moveset, but there's like no Pokédex function. It's obviously I'm complaining on a very high level. You can do it obviously. Just, you know, if there's some progress even to be made for this game in terms of like quality of life changes, this would be like a great angle from my point of view. It's easily playable without it. I had a ton of fun. I didn't want Kevin to go this way. I really didn't. But we steered out of it. I think technically it was even like a more optimal line. I think like even if I was aware of that, then there were like 2 lines there, and maybe the 2 lines diverge into like one line where I always go out with like 5 months alive. So yeah, I think it's a really great game. Give Sterling Silver a try. And I don't know, maybe I play it again, honestly. I had a ton of fun with it. I felt like I had like lots of like strange meta choices here and there. Because I didn't know what the meta was. I had no idea. So maybe I give it one more try. I think I will play something else though. What it is exactly, I don't know, maybe something not Pokemon related, who knows. Yeah, but if you're here up until the end for this VOD, thank you so much. This was like, I think like the second time where I commentated this before with so much yapping. I hope everything was like interesting for you. I hope maybe you learned one or two things in terms of like hyper optimizations and stuff. And see you around for the next challenge. Bye!